What up, world? We back. It's your boy Chuckwick Ills, aka Charles Brown. Got another review for you. This time we're gonna talk about your girl Rhapsody and her new album Laila'S Wisdom. So let me get started with this. I'm not gonna do the song by song breakdown this time. I want to talk about the project as a whole, the entire Laila'S Wisdom album, and what I feel about the concept album that she's constructed. So I know for a fact I heard of Rhapsody before she was on the Kendrick To Pimp a Butterfly album. Before she was basically the only rap feature on that entire album, and her presence became pretty much infamous in hip hop from just that one, what appears to be a spoken word piece. I heard of her before that, and it's been years, it's been a while but I wasn't doing my due diligence of getting to know her, getting to know what she was about, getting to know what she was doing. You understand? So she didn't go under the radar, but she kind of did, and it took me a while. But it's like that with everything. I don't jump on everything that comes out. It's a person for me to actually even hear you, to even actually start to get curious. It's not going to be one song. You're not going to drop one track and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's the fucking, no, it don't work like that. What it's going to be is I need a catalog. I need to start hearing you on various things, putting in various amounts of work, doing a lot of things that I can start to respect, and I need to see you mingling with your peers and doing work with like-minded people that understand this game and that are, for lack of a better word, co-signing you. Just like Action Bronson, he got co-signed by a lot of people before it was, oh, let me rock with Action Bronson. People like that, Anderson .Paak and a couple other guys that I took my time to rock with them because I needed to see where it was going. I needed to see if they fit in this hip-hop puzzle the way that I thought that they should or could. And with her, she started to do that. I feel like slowly the features and the different collabs she was doing was starting to show me that she got it. You know what I'm saying? That she understood what this game was entitled, what it entailed. And so what I did was started to embrace what she was doing. I didn't have any preconceived notions of what she was supposed to be. It was sounding like a new improved Jean Grey to some degree, and for my own discredit, I did not get into Jean Grey as I should. I liked what she stood for. I liked what she was bringing to the game. I liked that she did not try to play the, oh, I'm a female, make me pretty. She didn't try to cater to that. She didn't try to get sexy. She kept it right down in that lane of just bars. Just, I can rock with any of you dudes toe to toe. I can go just as hard as you. I love this hip hop craft. This is what I do. I'm not gonna put on a skirt for you. I'm not gonna try to start twerking for you or getting fake titties. This is what it is. I'm gonna be me, and I'm just gonna go rhyme for rhyme. I heard her on a joint with MF Doom. I heard her with a couple people, and she held her own with quite a few heavy hitters. And still, it didn't make me become a real true follower. It's hard. It's hard for female MCs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really became a true, I gotta run out and buy it fan of any female MC since literally MC Light, and to some degree Lauren. When I say that, what I mean is, I, as much as the rest of the world, was super taken by Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill's bars, her lyrics, her vocal prowess made me and the rest of the world understood that females could spit. Because there was a disparage. There was a, okay, yeah, you had Lil Kim and Foxy at one point. That was your female spitters, and what did they have to do? They had to come in and try to sound just like the males, and had to be whatever lane they were in. They had to be exactly as all the male counterparts in that lane. It's when you first heard Foxy, she was she was talking about selling keys and everything big, and Nas and AZ was talking about the same lane. Now that was dope. I think it was The Firm. I think I first heard Foxy on, maybe. And then she came up with her own shit or whatever. But she impressed everyone. You have to impress males in a male-dominated industry to even get taken seriously. So even MC Lyte, when MC Lyte dropped, she had a male's voice. She had a male delivery. She was wearing a jogging suit like a male. Wasn't no skirt. Wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no blouse and no slacks or nothing. It wasn't no little halter top. It wasn't none of that. MC Lyte had on a running suit with some lottos or something, sneakers, and you know what I'm saying, short hair, a bob or something. It wasn't way girly. It was almost, I'm one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wasn't talking about a lot of female things like that, it was I'm one of the guys type of thing. So like when MC Lyte came in the game, it was more so all we had at the time were males. We had a couple females, but they weren't. We didn't. Yeah, Salt-N-Pepa was out, but Salt-N-Pepa was very, very girly. Back when MC Lyte came in the game, we had no idea that a female could spit like that. We didn't understand that they could actually come in on our level, do what we do the way we do it, and still be females. So Lyte changed all that, and she wasn't taking no shorts. And from there, you had Antoinette, you had Yo-Yo, you had Queen Latifah, you had what was this girl name? You had a bunch of dope MCs, and a few of them stuck, a few of them didn't. But we had what it was: Roxanne Shante and all that. After that, you had your Lil Kim era. Biggie brought Kim in, Foxy, blah blah blah. But between that, the Moni Love and all that, between that era of, I think that was late 80s, early 90s, until we saw Lauryn Hill, we weren't really overly impressed yet with females MCs. Yes, you had Queen Latifah spitting. You can count on one hand how many female MCs were compared to how many hands down dope male MCs were. It was a disparage, and it wasn't anywhere close. It was and still is a man's game. And to this day, they still do this where you can only have one female in the game at a time. You can only have, if you got Nicki, you can't have Cardi. If you got Cardi, you can't have Remy Ma. It is the weirdest shit. It's the weirdest dynamic where you have to, one gotta take out the other one just for that one spot. Nicki Minaj ain't trying to have nobody in there. You know what I'm saying? She's not bigging you up. She's not putting you on her level at all. You're gonna be 3 rows behind her at every award. Like it can't be an even level. And we won't let it. As fans, we won't let it. We won't allow it. As soon as they start to make any noise, we gotta pit them against each other and make them. We gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight right now. We want to see y'all fight, and we love it. Look at the Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma beef. Look how we ate that up. Like it was shark food. We went at it. We had no freaking qualms about clicking that, commenting, adding them, disparaging them. We all fed into it. Everybody had something to say about it, and it was like the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Just since Drake and Meek, it was insane. But we fed into it instead of trying to, all right, let's put them both on. It was more of a, one of them gotta win, one of them gotta lose. And that's how it is with female MCs. I don't know why. This ain't my doing. I didn't start this, but this is where we are with it. So enter before I say enter Rhapsody, we had Lauryn Hill, the Fugees. Fugees first drop. No one was checking for the Fugees. It was like kind of almost when they first, if you understand and you were there, Fugees was kind of corny when they first dropped. That whole Fuji out before Fuji Lie and all that, before, you know, they made the second album, which everyone thinks is their first album. The first album was kind of corny, and I had that first album. I bought that, and we listened to it. It was almost like if you were trying to do a parody of rap, if you were trying to put together this faux rap gimmick mixture, and you just grabbed three random people and one was a girl and then you threw it out, this is what you would get. It's kind of corny, and it was kind of like you can feel that they wanted to be hip-hop, but it was all and Proswell explained it later that all that music was done years before they put it out, so it was already dated. So by the time you're dropping that, you're dropping what is already on its way out. It's feeling like what we were doing before it popped. The style and the style of beats and samples that they put on there were already getting played out. It was already getting overdone, and that's the worst thing you can do, is come out with an album that's all the music already is has been stuff. So that's what happened with the first Fugees. The second one, I gave it a chance. We popped it in. It was me, Juan, a couple other people. It was about 4 or 5 of us in the car, and I put that on, and we couldn't front on it, bro. Couldn't front on that. We played that whole Fugees joint just riding around. Just riding around. We put that Fugees joint on, let it play, and that was it. That was magic, bro. It was insanity. You could not front on that first Fugees. I mean, the second Fugees. It has so much soul, so much heart. It was so original. It was so clean. The production, the topics, the structures. It wasn't overly produced. It wasn't overly trying to show you we're so dope hip hop. It was very hip hop by the way of not trying to be. It was some from the heart, and that's what makes real hip hop. And they understood dope beats, dope rhymes, dope concepts. Don't overproduce it. Don't overdo your vocals. Don't make the songs too long or too short. Just make a nice song. Nice song. And that's what Fugees did. That's why that's one of the biggest selling albums. No one saw that coming, but it is what it is. Lauryn Hill went on to do the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Her solo project sold even more. She was on fire. But what I think the world was not ready for, first of all, I think Lauryn Hill self-destructed anyway from her own success. That's the first thing. I mean, she won Grammy, she won this and that, and then she kind of melted down for I don't know what reason. Fugees broke up. Wyclef came out. He had a smash hit with that. The Carnival. Pras did a little bit of success with his album, but they broke up. Lauryn Hill went on to basically disappear from public life, and therefore it left a void. For years, they were trying to fill that void with Lil' Kim and Foxy, who spent half their time trying to diss each other, which we're right back to only could be one queen. So it's like, how can you have a queen MC who half the time is battling another chick for the one spot that exists? And it's tragic. It's tragic. I think we need to outgrow that. I think we're tired of that. And I think that Rhapsody came at the perfect time. When I first heard that Jay signed her, I understood. And when I realized she signed to Jay, because some people are funny with this, they want to be independent. But I'm like, everybody want to be independent. But if you're independent, you own 100% of nothing. What's the point, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you could probably pop on your own and this and that, but with somebody with much more power and much more influence than you want to sign you, you might want to go ahead and consider that. Because I can guarantee you, it's a million independent dudes that got $0 to show for it. And even less fans than that. So when I heard that she was going to sign with Roc Nation, I was like, good. She might have a chance at breaking through this wall of dominance of males. And I understood that Jay was taking it where he was going because he's older. He's becoming more involved in this thing that we got, this culture, and not just the hip hop culture, the black culture, just us as a people. He's becoming more concerned, more aware, and more woke, for lack of a better word. So this is where we are with this Rhapsody. I think she has the potential. I don't think she wants to be. It's like Kendrick. Kendrick didn't ask to be the king of anything or to be anointed anything. He was just a kid that could spit. It became apparent that he was in line for that, so he took it. It became apparent no one else could touch it. You got Drake running around saying he's a king, which is disrespectful. It's disrespectful, just to be honest with you. To have a dude with this track record. Drake makes some great songs, but to be having ghostwriters and to be having half your three-fourths of your album singing, 1/4 of the album with a couple raps on it, and you're the king of rap, we're not having that. We're not doing that. So we needed a Kendrick. And right now, let's examine the females. You got Nicki Minaj, who seemed almost paranoid at this point. To me, if you're looking at this from the outside, this is a paranoid person who is extremely afraid of having her power usurped and people turning on her. It seems like it is almost, how many female artists you see her working with, rappers? I'll wait. You name them. Tell me, please. Males work together all the time. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's easily more. If somebody could tell me at least 10 female rappers that she could be rapping with at any given time, 20 that she can be featuring, doing collabs with. I don't see her rapping with any of them. Not none. That is someone who is paranoid. They don't want that spot to be even remotely challenged. And when somebody that's been in jail for 9 years gets out, and y'all first thing is to start beefing, speaking of Remy Ma, you're beefing? You got diss records? This is the only other female even close to your caliber. And what is happening is, instead of her instantly, the first song she does is with her out of jail, it is little swipes and digs, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me. So this is the state. You got Remy Ma, you got Nicki Minaj. Can we count Iggy Azalea? Is that a thing? Is that something we're saying? We're still saying this? Is that a thing? Is she a female MC? I don't know. I guess so. It is what it is. But this is where we're at. The closest thing to these two is her. And then you got Cardi B, who is doing her thing, her own way. I don't even think she's trying to be the queen. She's just surprised she getting money. She happy to just get money. She'll do a song with anybody right now. She's happy to just get money. She's like, whatever. I used to be stripping. I ain't tripping. So, at the end of the day, which all of them are great artists in their own right, but which one of them studies this craft? Which one of them studies this craft? No. I'm not talking about, like Cardi said, she goes to the studio, she learned from niggas, and she watched them, and she pick up things, and she started doing it. You're supposed to do that. That's what you do. To get better, you learn from each other. Steel sharpens steel. One hand wash the other, all that. That's learning your craft that's popping right now. What is happening right now? Nicki seems like she's in her a lane that she's created and she cannot get out of it, but it ain't the craft. It ain't by no stretch. It is someone who can continuously milk an image and milk a style that clearly is her own style to whatever degree you want to call it, but it is not the craft. She has figured out one lane of rapping, one lane of flowing, one lane of rhyming, and stays there. She never gets deep. She never tells you stories. It's always the same shit. It's 9 times out of 10. If you find a story, you got to dig deep into whatever album she's come out with between a whole bunch of commercialized stuff. And that's no knock, it's the truth. So I'm not getting the craft from Nicki Minaj. Remy Ma seems to be still trying to figure out who Remy Ma is. She's gorgeous. She's talented. She got bars. But again, the craft. Not that you can write. I truly, honestly believe that if you took 100 people in the hood, 98 of them people could write a rap. Could write a decent 16 if they tried. I don't consider that you can write a rap as you knowing this craft. I don't. Just because you can write a rap doesn't mean you understand this craft. So I'm going to take Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, and Cardi B as MCs that really study the craft, not just how to write. No, the craft. I don't feel like if you can't listen to the classics, which you should have already heard, you mind me? You should have already heard the classics. If you can't, before you make an album, go back and listen to 50 classic hip-hop records and study what they were doing in the 90s, you're not doing the craft. At this point, you're just writing raps. You're not trying to make a classic. You're not trying to make a classic. And that's what I feel like these girls ain't trying to make a classic. They're not trying to make a classic. They're trying to get paper right now, which is fine. What I think Rhapsody did with Laila'S Wisdom was trying to make a classic. I think you don't come up with this amount of material, with this sound, with this feeling, with the substance that she's putting into these bars, into this music. And it ain't all just militant rebel rap. It ain't. She got songs on here where she's talking about love, she's talking about heartbreak, she's talking about putting chromes on your car. Like, this is the experience, bro. Just the hood, the black in America. This is the experience. You're getting it. You're getting it. This thing goes from neo soul to down dirty south to west coast, right to east coast. A classic. This is someone on a quest to create a classic. This is a person trying to put together a piece of work that is going to have longevity, not commercial, quick Uncle Ben's rice that's going to be fast, digested easily, and then shit right out. This is something, this is a meal. This is long, this is teaching you how to fish. This Laila'S Wisdom is well thought out. This is extremely planned. This is overly contemplated. This is very thoughtful. This is in tune. This is in touch. This is woke. This is life. When you hear these type of topics and these type of, from spiritual to just straight up niggerish, it runs the gambit, and it does not apologize. It doesn't explain it to you. It just tells you. It just says it. She just says these things, which if you're in life and if you understand the craft, soon as half these songs come on, you know where they're going already. You know where it's going. You know where this beat is about to take you. You know that that's Goody Mob. She just sampled Goody Mob. You know that already. If you're really in tune with these classics, if you're in tune with the space that she's in right now, if you are a real hip hop head, no one has to break this album down to you. You know that it's dope. You know that this how you supposed to spit. And she's spitting this how you're supposed to do this. I mean, I'm looking. I listen. I look at just the features like Kendrick, Black Thought, Anderson .Paak. You know what I'm saying? Just what are we doing here? This is you're trying to make a classic. Busta Rhymes. At this point, anybody even getting Busta Rhymes? Busta is not your go-to rapper right now. You gotta have respect for this craft to even call Busta. Where's Nicki and Busta's song? Let me know, cause I ain't heard it. Where is Remy and Busta? Maybe it's out there. I haven't heard it. Where's Cardi and Busta? I haven't heard it. I mean, maybe it is, and it didn't. If it is, they ain't promoting, right? Cause I ain't heard none of them. But you only get Busta. Tribe gets Busta. It's real hip hop. You're not going to reach out to Busta when you're trying to do a #1 top 10 hit, but you're going to get Busta when you want to be taken serious. And what these people don't understand is you're not going to get taken serious if you're not doing the craft right in the first place. If you're doing fast food, that's how we're going to treat your album. You understand? It's not going to ever get the stamp of approval from us hip hop heads. Never. And that's what this album is going to get universal from hip hop heads. Rhapsody is going to get the stamp of approval. And at the end of the day, when people start talking about Queens, when everybody was, right, it's Foxy, it's Lil Kim. Lauryn Hill came out. It was immediately and swiftly Lauryn Hill is the queen. Undisputed. Anyone that tells you that it was a dispute is lying to you. There was no dispute. There was no one who could, without being laughed out of the barbershop or wherever the conversation was taking place, that was trying to say Little Kim or Foxy Brown was the queen of rap over Lauryn Hill. It was a joke. It was laughable. Point blank. There was no conversation anymore. But then Lauryn Hill, like I said, she's self-destructive. We don't know what happened with Lauryn Hill. She went away, and therefore it left a void because Foxy wasn't the real Foxy no more. Foxy turned into something else. She went through all kind of stuff. They spent all day trying to destroy each other, her and Little Kim. Little Kim fell apart, and she had her joints after Big Dot. She still had a couple joints here and there, but as the game progressed, the game moved away from both of them. Therefore, there has not been an active queen in hip-hop for a very long time. It left the gate wide open, at least, I want to say 10 years. Like, you had your Trinas, and, you had Kias, and all this little stuff coming out, Lady of Rage, and things like that. No one ever really sat in that spot. Yeah, everybody called themselves a queen. I'm a queen, just like a lot of dudes call themselves a king. But truly, it was no queen for years. That left that spot wide open for Nicki Minaj. And Nicki walked right into it with a little help from her marketing, PR, imaging, these people, and Drake, and the cosigns with Kanye. So she sat right on that empty throne, if you ask me. But I give you all that story to say this. I think this is going to be a situation, a Marie Antoinette situation, where the people storm the castle and cut off the queen's head. I think that's about to happen. I think if Rhapsody plays this right, the people will make her queen. I'm not saying she wants it or she don't, but the people will make her queen. Now, the only way the people are going to do it, though, if, sad to say, the sales are there. Kendrick amassed those sales to warrant the talk of King talk. After the Control verse, when he went at everybody, he had to back that up with actual music and actual sales. He did both. Therefore, we can say King Kendrick. Kendrick is in the top three that you're going to name. You're going to say Kendrick. You're going to say Drake, and you're going to say J. Cole. You're going to name them. Big Sean's trying to insert himself. We'll see what the people say. But right now, sales and actual music is what's making you a king. And the same goes for queens. Right now, you only got Nicki Minaj. You have Cardi B, who has inserted herself in there with one song, literally a mass body of work, but really one song. And you got Remy Ma inserted herself in there for going to try to assassinate Nicki Minaj for the queenship. So you got those three. I think, now I know they're not going to do what I'm about to say, but I think if they take Rhapsody and push her, it feels like they're trying to make her catch on organically, which is a grassroots. They're trying to move her into the masses slowly. They're not trying to insert her on some forced entry Super Bowl commercial shit. But I feel like if they put money behind Rhapsody and push the more viable songs, the songs that are more appealing to the masses, and she's in your face, she has to be in your face a good 10 times more than she is right now. More videos, more stuff, more collabs, more music. They will start the queen talk. I don't feel she's going to do that. I think she's going to wait a while, and we're going to get an album, another album, more stuff, but it's going to be slow, just like indies do. Indie people do, who's really passionate artists. I don't think she's going to force herself on you, and that is the only thing that's going to keep her from becoming considered a queen in this. She's going to remain humble about it, and she's going to be, we don't want humble queens. We want mad aggressive queens who come in swinging swords and slicing dudes and taking shit. We want a Cersei. We want a Queen Cersei. You know what I'm saying? We do not want anything else. We want a dragon girl. We want you coming in with your dragons, claiming your shit. That's what we want. And I don't think Rhapsody is going to do that. But she should. And she deserves to be in that Mount Rushmore of female MCs. This album is amazing. This is a great album. My only thought would be to switch her flow up a little bit more on certain songs, and she's doing that, but you pretty much know the rhyme scheme and pattern you're gonna get with a Rhapsody. As soon as she starts spitting, you know what it's gonna be. But even with that, it's still excellent. The bars, they're well written, they're well constructed. This is classic talk right here. This is the craft. This is somebody who went back and listened to Breaking Adams, listened to Goody Mob, listened to Outkast, went back, listened to Tribe, they listened to De La, they listened to Bilal, and they listened to Raheed and Rashim and all. They listened to all that shit. And D'Angelo and Eric Benet, all that. They listened to that. They combined that. They took that eras, that mid 90s, that neo soul, and that Common and even a little bit of Just Blaze. Not much, a little bit of that Rockefeller era, a little bit. It's not a lot of the braggadocious. It's more of the introspective era, more of the thinking man, as opposed to the angry man or the hustle man. So it's more of that than any of the shiny suit rap, or it's less Biggie, more Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? There's some Jay-Z, but it's more Common. Less Fife, more Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, this is what you wanted if you really wanted an album that is catering to a true head, a hip hop head that understands the craft itself. Not someone like Lonzo Ball saying that Migos and Future is what real hip hop is right now. You're fucking stupid. And no one's going to respect that. Even a person your exact age knows that's nonsense. That's nonsense. You're saying that Nas is, no one listens to Nas. Everyone knows who you're talking about. So how can no one know anything about Nas at this point, and it's all about Migos and and Future? But then as soon as you said Nas' name in a disrespectful way, the entire internet came at you. You had to reiterate your statement. If no one cared, no one cared, bro. You're dumb. And so what I'm saying is, this is not catered to these people. This is catered to someone who wants more out of their music than a bunch of fast food nonsense mumble bullshit. And I think she achieved it. Laila'S Wisdom is a great album. My wife is Spanish and they call her mom Layla. So I already knew what Layla meant before she explained it, that it was her grandmother. I already knew what it was. And I think this, I don't know Rhapsody's age, but she is an old soul. I don't know much about her except that she comes from Carolina, and a lot of people in Carolina are old souls. They have a lot of history in their DNA, and it's a lot of country slave mentality, but not a slave that's dumb. It's a slave who's lived through some shit and they've seen some stuff, and their spirit is in tune with some things, and they are just talking to you because they know some things, some wisdom that you don't have and you need to know. Rhapsody will be a queen, but the kind of queen is remain to be seen. Will she be a universal queen that can have a smash album like Lauryn Hill that will go diamond and sell 10 million units and be in radio play all day? And also a real hip hop head could sit there and go damn over her bars? Or would she just be a queen to purists who respect the wordplay, respect what you're doing, and they only root for underdogs and things like that? She'll be a queen either way. But it's the matter of what kind of queen, how big of a queen, and who will worship that queen. And we remain to be seen. That remains to be seen. If you have not heard Laila'S Wisdom, I suggest you go get it, stream it, download it, however you're going to do it, bootleg it, whoever's still doing that. It is what it is. I am very impressed with this album. I think the features work. I have zero gripes about the album. It's very 90s. It has great music. Knots produced some of this. Ninth Wonder, some guy named Eric G, a couple other people. I think that she chose this very well, and it took a while for it to come on. I think they announced the Roc Nation thing probably a year and a half ago, to be honest with you. I think it was a year and a half, I'm not sure. But it took a while to construct this album, and I respect that there's no Jay feature, but I think that gotta come sooner or later. That we need that. So it is what it is. Laila'S Wisdom. I'm gonna go A+++. It's fantastic. Get in the comment box. Get in the comments box. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe. You don't like it, it is what it is. You're free to do that. Follow us on social media. Also, Audio Liquor Magazine. Follow that. Till next time. Peace.